To our left, you'll see police officers. We just saw a military-style vehicle roll through here at high speed. You can see the black SUVs, police lights all the way in the distance over there. You're looking at the Senate side of Capitol Hill where all those lights are. But the preliminary reports are that there was a report of shots fired in the vicinity of the Hart Senate office building not too long ago. We don't know if that's related to the car crash that also happened in this same area involving a police officer. I can tell you all the roads around the U.S. Capitol are shut down. I can see dozens of police officers lined up all around this area, both U.S. Capitol Police and D.C. Police. Tourists are starting to arrive, media crews are starting to arrive, but all of the roads surrounding the Capitol are now closed down. There is a heavy police and emergency responder presence over on the U.S. Senate side again, over toward the Hart office building. And then again, right behind us, we have this medevac helicopter that appears to be positioned to take any victims away once they do find them. The information is coming in very quickly. This is
there you hear
a
it.
Developing situation, but the latest we have right now is we're hearing
shots fired at the Capitol. The Capitol is on lockdown. The police are rushing in from every situation, every area. There's also been a car crash right in the same area. Does that got anything to do with it? Was that a diversion? Was that a tactical assault? Do we have any idea? The country is in turmoil. The country is divided. The country is totally needs to fall on its knees and call upon the name of the Lord, folks. Let's go back now and see if we got more information live.
Of the Capitol, they were debating a mini funding bill. News Force Tom Sherwood joins me now in the studio. Tom, you just got off the phone with Eleanor Holmes Norton.
Let's see what's going on.
Norton's office,
yes.
Or the Congresswoman herself?
The first thing I checked to see if she was there is the office says she is there. They said that just a short time ago they heard a loudspeaker announcement saying shots have been fired, shelter in place. And the people on the Hill, they go through this as a practice, and they knew to go right in and shut the doors, not to leave out into the hallways, not to go anywhere until they get the all clear notice. They say they're all just now waiting to find out, just as we are, exactly what happened. Now, they're on the south side of the Capitol. The Senate is on the north side, and so they're a good distance away, but when shots are fired, no one knows what's going to happen next.
Did they mention anything about getting text alerts? We had heard, too, that the Cannon office building, for example, the alarm sounded, they were told to shelter in place. Are they reading information on their cell phones?
There is a text alert system up on the Hill, so that I'm sure they did not say they got them, but I'm sure.
So we've had shots fired in the Capitol, and the announcement comes over the loudspeaker, take shelter, shots fired. Find shelter or take shelter, shots fired. So the Capitol has been, America's under attack. Who knows exactly what that situation is. But when you look at the precariousness, the situation that's developing, the urgency of this nation, the government's on shutdown. The tensions couldn't be any higher. The rhetoric from the politicians has been disturbing, to say the least. And now shots fired in the Capitol. All of this confusion is just furthermore reason that instead of having a nation divided, it needs to be united. And if there's every time we need to pray as a country, it's now. And now I do have one report coming in. These guys didn't say it, but I have one report that a Capitol police officer has been shot. Now, this is where, you know where this is happening at? FEMA Region 3, which has got tons of police, National Guardsmen, FEMA, Homeland Security, everything in place in case of any type of chaos that could happen in this situation. And so it's a serious situation developing right now. Let me go back and check live one more time.
Police, isn't there a higher police presence on Capitol Hill because of what happened at the Navy Yard?
Well, no, they're certainly on alert there. I think it's the same force in what they do on a day-to-day basis. But, because of the shutdown, there are fewer workers up there in some of the buildings. Congress has been trying to get the shutdown settled, so there are people up there working. There are no tours or anything like that in the Capitol.
We have gotten word from DC Fire right now that one adult has been taken, rushed to MedStar. We believe that could be the officer injured in some kind of crash that Mark Seagraves told us about. He was standing at 3rd Street. You could see a U.S. Park Police helicopter behind him.
Military training ground. The Capitol Visitor Center has been open during this, and people have been going there. Some of the congressmen have been given tours themselves, but the access to the building has been much more limited because there's just no easy access to it.
Has anybody... as we look at this video right here, a live picture coming out, has anybody, as we look at this video right here, a live picture coming out.
That's a Capitol Hill police.
You can tell right there exactly by the uniform being transported there to MedStar. There was some sort of vehicle crash. We don't know what kind of vehicle was involved, but that's Air and Space Museum right there. We had heard of a transport to MedStar. Maybe this is it, or maybe there was an earlier one, but we've only gotten confirmation of one person injured.
And we've just heard, too, that the White House is not on lockdown. There had been some question about that asked in the past few minutes. We have been told by NBC's Kristen Welker that people with hard passes were not being allowed into the White House, but we've just gotten word that there is no lockdown in effect there.
So you hear all the information going on there. I just saw a police officer being taken away in an ambulance. Was he shot? Was he in the car crash? We will continue to check here on YouTube. Stay with us as we watch to see what happens. Pray for our country.
In this week of the